Festival is the 9-2 market leader. Noire Vert, a big day for 17-year-old jockey Campbell Gillies, 13-2, 15-2 from 17-2 Patsy Hall. Opera Monday, 8-1, 9-1 on the drift is Miko de Beauchesne, 10-1 from 9-1 top weight House on Genelade. It's 12-1 and bigger the rest.
Loop out wide in the blue and green jacket, one of the first to break the line with Dunbrody Miller on the near side. One of the greys, Osmosis, under Richie McGrath's Handy in the centre, with Wild Cambridge on the outer as they cross the first. And it was Osmosis who just about touched down in front. Meanwhile, Patsy Hall is right at the tail of the field. Leading Man is another one held up with another rum, and Filson Run and Iris de Balme. Crossing the second, and Brody Miller joined in the centre by Kilbeggan Blade. Back in the field, Irish Wolf. An early scare there, got in close, and fence 3 is the first of the ditches. Dunbrody Miller with now Strong Resolve the grey reining up on the near side. They're tracked by Kilbeggan Blade and Osmosis, and Azalejo, the big outsider, prominent early. Filson Run in mid-division was a little untidy there. Noir Vert spot the Royal Blue cap for 17-year-old Campbell Gillies just behind the leaders as they cross the fourth, followed by Halcon Genelade. Model Sun has come down there and has brought down Patsy Hall. Patsy Hall has been brought down at the fourth fence by Model Sun. The two in rear at the time as they go towards the final fence down the back straight on this occasion. Watching the leaders take it safely, and the rest that stand over okay, with Irish Wolf and Leading Man towards the rear of the field. So early drama as the leaders take the turn back towards home at the end of, well, they're heading towards the end of 3/4 of a mile, and it's Dunbrody Miller from Strong Resolve. Azalejo tracking them in third. Osmosis then is disputing fourth, racing wide of Kilbeggan Blade. Then a 3 or 4 length break to Noir Vert, who's followed by Halcon Genelade, crossing out over the sixth. Monmouth, the green jacket from Opera Monday, Miko de Beauchesne in maroon and green silks, is buried away in the mid-division at this stage from Filson Run. Old Benny in the Trevor Hemmings colours, the green and yellow quarters with the white cap, is another one who's held up in midfield as they go crossing out over the next from Open Eyed and Wild Cambridge, and then Iris de Balme. Royal Rosa is in the back third of the field from Tommy Spar and Leading Man and Irish Wolf as they cross out over the second of the ditches, and another rum making his fourth appearance in the race is currently disputing last place within the loop. So about to rise at fence 9, it'll be for real in a couple of circuits time, and Azalejo having his moment in the sun here has moved through to take it up, being followed by Dunbrody Miller. Meanwhile at the tail of the field, Irish Wolf is being niggled along. So 2 circuits to go. It's Azalejo who leads from Dunbrody Miller. Strong Resolve is third. Then a small break to Kilbeggan Blade, who's disputing fourth with Osmosis, followed by Halcon Genelade. Then Opera Monday from Noir Vert and Wild Cambridge. Monmouth is down at the fence from Miko de Beauchesne, and then follows Filson Run. Working back through the field then to the likes of Open Eyed, who at this stage is held up with Royal Rosa. Another rum has gone past Iris de Balme. Further back in the field then to Leading Man, who's followed by In the Loop as they make their way towards the far side of the course, and it's Dunbrody Miller who leads up here. The field just beginning to string itself out now. Dropping out at the tail of the field is Irish Wolf. Old Benny still back in the midfield as they go on to their second circuit and take the 10th. Azalejo from Dunbrody Miller, a little way clear of Strong Resolve. Miko de Beauchesne in midfield, just flicked through the top of it. He's being stalked there by Old Benny as they go towards another plain fence, the 11th. Azalejo from Dunbrody Miller. Strong Resolve spearheading the chasing pack, watching the midfield group go over it. Back in the field, Leading Man rather blundered his way over that one, and they now come towards another open ditch. Azalejo on the far side of Dunbrody Miller. They've begun to pour it on here, gone 5 or 6 lengths clear of Strong Resolve, and then another of the greys, Osmosis from Kilbeggan Blade and Halcon Genelade. Noir Vert is handy in the chasing group as they step out over another plain fence. Another of the greys out wide is Wild Cambridge, who's in mid-division from Filson Run. Miko de Beauchesne is there, followed by Old Benny. Monmouth is right down the inside, hugging the paintwork as the leaders go to the 14th. And Dunbrody Miller, seeing off the attentions of Azalejo, steps away by 4 or 5 lengths. Old Benny was just in a little bit close there, and at the tail of the field, Irish Wolf is continuing to struggle on as they come downhill once more and past the halfway stage in the Coral Scottish Grand National. 2 miles to travel. and Brody Miller and Brian Hughes 3 or 4 lengths clear, with Strong Resolve going back up into second. Azalejo's moment of glory is fading fast as he drops back, and Kilbeggan Blade now goes third at the first up the straight. Osmosis alongside him from Halcon Genelade, Noir et Vert. Azalejo looks like pulling up. Irish Wolf is tailed off. Another Rumman in the loop, well back with Royal Rosa as they rise at the 16th. Dunbrody Miller from Strong Resolve, Osmosis, Kilbeggan Blade in the centre, is followed over there by Noir et Vert, spot the Royal Blue Cap. Halcon Genelade is chasing the leaders with Filson Run. Monmome still right down the inside, an emerald green jacket. Old Benny's back in mid-division still with Miko de Beauchesne. Also midfield for Iris de Balme and then Tommy Spa, and they draw towards the 18th. But the last next time, Dunbrody Miller lifted off in front from Strong Resolve. Watching the rest go over it, there went leading man from Royal Rosa in the loop, and another Rummer struggling. Irish Wolf has been pulled up, and Dunbrody Miller leads on with a circuit to go in the Scottish National. Strong Resolve is second and Halcon Genelade is third. Kilbeggan Blade is 4 and 5 is Noir et Vert, and Osmosis is racing in 6th. Miko de Beauchesne is in 7th and Filson Run is 8th, and Monmome is 9th, and Old Benny is next in 10th. Opera Mundi towards the outside is in 11th, and Wild Cane Ridge follows next. Then back to Tommy Spa from Iris de Balme on the inside from Open Eyed and leading man, and then another Rum, and then further back to Royal Rosa, and in the loop is last of those that remain. They've got 9 more to jump. It's Dunbrody Miller by a couple of lengths from Strong Resolve on the far side. Spot the red cap of Halcon Genelade under top weight of 11-12, travelling well. On the near side, Noir et Vert. Kilbeggan Blade is between those two. Old Benny just angling out for a better view of that fence in midfield. Miko de Beauchesne niggled along for the first time as they move on towards another plain fence. It's the 20th coming up to them, and still it's Dunbrody Miller, this confirmed pace setter. He got in close there, hit it hard, and Noir et Vert likewise blundered his way through it. Wild Cane Ridge has begun to struggle, and so too Royal Rosa. Kilbeggan Blade is dropping out quickly, something amiss, being pulled up as they go towards the penultimate ditch, and Dunbrody Miller from Strong Resolve drawing alongside. Plenty of them in behind, all queuing up here. Halcon Genelade, Tommy Spa on the far side running a huge race, then Filson Run. Old Benny still creeping into contention. Spot the white cap on the far side. Iris de Balme is just behind these, and then being ridden along is Noir et Vert. Flintoff is another who's ridden along in midfield from Osmosis. Miko de Beauchesne struggling to go with them with Opera Mundi as they step out over the next in the back straight. Miko de Beauchesne in a bit close, and Opera Mundi blundered his way over it when on the retreat. Coming downhill then, 4 left to jump in the Scottish National, and Halcon Genelade comes to put it up to Dunbrody Miller. Tommy Spa shaken up in third. In behind him, Yellow Jacket of Filson Run. White Face, Iris de Balme's up the fence, and then Old Benny. Flintoff is a couple of lengths away, tagging himself onto this group. Strong Resolve struggling to go with them, and Halcon Genelade went to the front, 4 out. Now being chased by Filson Run. Tommy Spa's out wide. Old Benny now under pressure in 4th, but staying on. Iris de Balme on the far side. This is the 3rd last in the Scottish National. Halcon Genelade, a big bold leap. 2 lengths clear from Iris de Balme. Filson Run between them. Then Old Benny, Flintoff, Tommy Spa's emptying out. The 2nd last, Halcon Genelade, out jumped by Iris de Balme, who went to the front for a huge surprise under young Charlie Huxley, and it's Iris de Balme from Halcon Genelade. Filson Run back in 3rd. The final fence looming up in the Scottish National. Iris de Balme, a great leap. Halcon Genelade blundered away his fading chance, and Iris de Balme for the Sean Curran yard is powering away under £7 amateur Charlie Huxley, and Iris de Balme wins the Coral Scottish Grand National. Halcon Genelade is 2nd, Flintoff staying on in 3rd, then Old Benny followed home by Filson Run. Royal Rosa next from Tommy Spa, Open Eyed, Monmome, Strong Resolve. They're still coming, another run, Noir et Vert, and back to Osmosis. In the end, Miko de Beauchesne was pulled up.
And nationally went to Iris de Balme at 66-1, and Charlie Huxley in the saddle, winning by 14 lengths. From Halcon Genelade in 2nd at 10-1. 3rd was Flintoff, 28-1, and 4th was Old Benny, the 4-1 favourite.